welcome you all back to the channel. Happy to see you all once again. I wish each and every one of you a happy and a prosperous new year. Today's video is about the list of strongest assassin heroes in AoV. I have also given the builds that I use so you can try them. I thought of releasing this video on January 1st, but the editing work took more time than I expected. So guys, this video is about the list of assassins who are best in securing their objectives. And this is not a list of junglers. If you are looking for the list of junglers, after watching this video, please make some time to check out the video link I have given in the description. And also, this is not an official list. It is 100% my personal opinion. So if you find this video entertaining and helpful, please make sure to subscribe the channel for more. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Starting up our list, we have Knack. Knack is an assassin who has a high damage output. He is able to easily one-shot any squishy heroes, and he has a powerful ultimate which deals high area damage. Even some of the warriors can also be killed by him easily. The tanks also fear his damage. Even though he has a high area damage, he is very squishy in the late games. But in the mid and late games, with his high damage, he can easily secure the Abyssal Dragon and Slayers. He is one of the easiest to play assassins in the game. In the late games, he can be one-shotted easily, but with his high efficient ultimate, he has grabbed the 10th spot in our list. This is the most commonly used build for him. Other builds like tanky one cannot be used because if he is built with the defense, he doesn't have much damage to secure the objective. If you want him to be a bit tanky, you can use Spear of Longinus instead of Rank Breaker. Coming up next in our list is Batman. Batman is yet another assassin who is easy to play and possesses a high damage output. With his ultimate that gives him invisibility, he is best suited for the purpose of assassination. He can one-shot the squishy heroes even from the early game till the late game. Batman is best known for camping and eliminating the carry. His 30 seconds of invisibility helps him to easily roam in the enemy side and secure the objectives. Using his S2 to stun and other two abilities to deal damage, he can easily finish off a squishy without breaking a sweat. If you go close to an enemy, your movement speed increases, and also there will be an indicator on top of the enemy's head shows that you are nearby, and also an indicator which shows you that how many enemies are nearby him. Here, when I come closer to the bush, it shows 1. That means there is one enemy nearby. These are the builds I use for Batman. The first one is used while jungling and the second one is used for Batman support. Batman support is also one of the metas nowadays. You can use the abilities to deal damage and use Eradicate to finish off the enemies. On the next spot we have Nagroth. Nagroth is a pretty complicated assassin and he has the highest mobility among any assassins in the game. With his high mobility and damage, escaping from him would be nearly impossible for the squishies. His ultimate grants him immunity to crowd control, which helps him to easily assassinate the enemy carries. He also deals a lot of damage in the mid and late games. With a high damage, mobility and perfect set of abilities, Nagroth has got the 8th spot in our list. These are the builds that I use for Nagroth. The first build is used for dealing high damage in the late games, but you should be very careful because you do not have any movement equipments on you. The second is the commonly used AD build, and the third one is the build for building him tanky, also for dealing high damage. In the late games, you can sell the shoes and buy any attack, or even you can build defense, all thanks to his high mobility. On the next spot in our list, we have Kira. She is one of the mage assassins who deals high damage. She has a very unique ultimate which gives her immunity to crowd control and allows her to easily walk through the obstacles for 8 seconds. After that, her abilities 1 and 2 resets. This will be perfect for her to engage and take down the carry and retreat easily. While using her ability 1 on an enemy, she gains a certain amount of lifesteal and leaves a clone behind her, which then hits the enemy. And with her ability 2, she becomes invincible, also producing 2 clones similar to her to confuse the enemies. Also, the next 3 normal attacks will become ranged. With this perfect set of abilities and high damage output, Kira have got the 7th spot in our list. The first build is the common magic build with Zuhandlier, which gives attack speed and 8% of movement speed. The second build is a little bit tankier build than the first. With the soaring aura, magic defense of nearby enemies is reduced. The third one is the high damage and lifesteal build. Moving up to the 6th spot, we have Murad. Murad is also one of the assassins who has a high attack damage. He has a good mobility and control abilities. His ultimate is nerfed a lot lately, but his attack damage is still enough to secure the objectives. With his ability 1, he can dash forward and stun the enemy twice. When Murad casts his ability 2, he can dodge any attack which are casted upon him and cast a circle which deals damage to the enemies. His ultimate grants him invincibility and deals damage in a wide area. He is one of the interesting heroes to play. All these things made him to catch the 6th spot in our list. This is the most commonly used build for Murad, and I use this build too. I have tried many builds, but nothing suits him like the same. If you wanna try something different, you can feel free to change the Soul Reaver to Scorching Wind. If you face an enemy team with high crowd control, change War Boots to Gilded Greaves. Opening up the top 5 list. At number 5 we have Bright. Bright is yet another assassin who has a high damage. Not only that, he also deals a percentage of true damage. His ultimate grants him immunity to death for 3 seconds. Bright has a unique mechanism of switching between range and melee attacks. His ability 1 can damage and stun the enemy, also marks the enemy. On using his ability 2, he dashes and reaches the enemy and does melee attacks with true damage. When he is in the melee form, he deals area damage. Whenever he kills an enemy, his S2 resets immediately. This makes him unique and placed him at the 5th spot in our list. In these builds, the first one with Slicksling grants you 35% of extra resistance, which will be useful while facing high CC enemies. In the second build, we have Devil's Handshake, which grants you additional attack speed. Coming up next in our list, we have Pain. Pain is yet another assassin with magic damage and has an unique ultimate with a comparatively long range than any of the assassins. While using his ability 1, he will leave his body and becomes a ghost while he is in this form. He cannot be targeted. With this, he can easily reach the backlines and eliminate the carry. This ability helps him to easily dive into towers without getting hit. His ability 2 silences the enemies while casted. After using his abilities, his corresponding normal attack deals more damage and is perfectly in sync with his abilities. All these things have placed him at the 4th spot in our list. In these builds, the first build is the commonly used build for Pain. The second build is used to build him tanky. and with the third build he deals comparatively higher damage than the other two builds. Before revealing the top 3 spots, if you like the video and find it helpful, please hit the subscribe button. Now friends, at the third place we have AoV. AoV is an assassin who has a unique set of abilities. She is one of the interesting heroes to play with. Personally, AoV is my favorite assassin. Her ability 2 helps her to swing around an obstacle and reach the backline and eliminate the carry. Her ability 1 has lifesteal and her ultimate has invincibility, and she cannot be targeted while casting. She deals a high amount of damage even though she is built tanky. She has a perfect skill set of an assassin. With this, she has earned the third spot in our list. The first build is a pure attack damage build. With this, you can easily one-shot any squishies. As I said before, she deals more damage even when she is built tanky. That is the second build used for. On the second spot, we have the Monkey King Wukong. Wukong is an assassin who can kill you without knowing. He is a crit-based hero with invisibility for 1 second as his first ability. So it's easy for Wukong to reach the enemy without the enemy knowing and can one-shot with his enhanced critical normal attacks after each abilities. He deals an enormous amount of damage even from the early game till the late game. His ultimate first stuns the enemies and then make Wukong invisible. With this, he can easily engage between 5 enemies and kill the carry and easily get back. Unlike Batman, there will be no indicator that shows that Wukong is near. With all these assassination skills, Wukong has gained the second spot in our list. The first two builds are used while he is in the jungle. The first build is the common build used for Wukong with high damage. The second build is for eliminating tanky enemies. The third build can be used when you play him in the DS lane. With the Hermes Select, he reaches the enemy faster and eliminate them and return. If the enemy team has more crowd control, you can change Hermes Select to Gilded Greaves. Most of you may have already guessed by now, the top 1 spot goes to none other than Butterfly. Butterfly is one of the easiest assassins to play. She has the skill set of a perfect assassin. She can deal critical damage, true damage, and has lifesteal, ability resets, mobility, and everything an assassin needs. She can deal a high damage even though she is built tanky. Also note this, she is tanky even though she is built full AD and is hard to kill. She has a passive which helps her to cast one of her ability twice. Her ability 2 grants her critical chance and attack speed and stacks up to 2 times. Her ability 1 grants her movement speed. Her ultimate can deal true damage. With all these perfect skill set, Butterfly have got the top spot in our list. The first build is the tanky build used for her. The second build is for countering the tanky heroes, also she will be tanky too. The third build is a pure attack damage build and commonly used. Cooldown is not necessary for Butterfly because of her passive. Thus the fourth build grants her 35% cooldown reduction without Sage buff. This is the Arcana I use for physical damage based assassins, 10 Onslaught, 10 Assassinate and 10 Skewer. This is the Arcana I used for magic based assassins, 10 Violate, 10 Devour and 10 Flurry. You can also use Hex instead of Flurry. This Arcana is based on the critical based heroes like Wukong and others. The first one is for critical damage and second one is for critical percentage. This video is made on behalf of the request made by one of the subscribers. So if you have any video in mind to be created, please make sure to comment below. And if you need any tutorials on the heroes in this list or any other heroes, kindly comment below and it will be there for you. And if you find this video entertaining and helpful, kindly smash the like button and hit the subscribe button. Once again, I wish you all a happy new year and make the upcoming year useful. See you all in the next video. Until then, bye bye and have a great day.